Welcome back to News Geelong as we move into the world of Geelong sport with a very good evening to Mitch Scoop Cleary. Lots continue to happen in the sports world in and around Geelong and the Surf Coast, Mitch.
Thanks, Rollo. The future prodigies of the surfing world descended on Jan Juc last week for this year's Star Series Surf Contest. The 5-day event, which kicked off on the 5th of January, aims to discover the next Mick Fanning or Steph Gilmore. Ian Nichols reports.
We're at Jan Juc Beach today. We're at the halfway mark of the Association of Surf Professionals Star Series. Beautiful weather. Surf could be a tad better, but everything's looking good at the moment. It's the surf city. There's no doubt about that down here on the coast. And we're speaking with the media organiser, Will Hayden-Smith.
Yeah, surfers can be quite greedy. We always think the surf could be better, but there's fun waves out here, better than usual for this time of year, so all the surfers are quite happy to get out there, and a lot of them have actually told me that the surf is more fun than it actually looks when you're out there, so the surfers are all having a great time.
Well, they appear to be, these are the boys at the moment we're watching in action, champions of the future, no doubt about that.
Yeah, that's the great thing about this kind of surf festival that we've got going on, is that it really supports grassroots surfing in Australia. These young guys are the guys who are going to be on the elite world tour in the future. Years and years ago we had your Mick Fannings and your Joel Parkinsons here at this event and competing at a similar level. So these guys, like the local guys, Harrison Mann, one day could be out fighting for a world title. So this is an exciting event for the future.
Yes, perhaps you could explain to our viewers the Star Series. It encompasses all groups, doesn't it?
Yeah, the Star Series, the ASP Star Series goes from 1 star all the way up to 6 star, and 1 star carries lower points all the way up to 6 star, but all the points carry towards a world ranking. So it gives a chance for young guys and even local guys to surf against some of the world's best surfers. We have surfers who are rated in the top 100 who have come here to travel to compete to get some of those points to help improve their seeding, to hopefully make it onto the World Title Series and compete for an ASP World Title.
Congratulations, Harry. You dominated that heat and you must be feeling pretty chuffed about that.
Yeah, I was really stoked. I just went out there and had a game plan. I surf that wave every day, so I know where the waves break, and I just lucked in and got every good wave, and it's good to make my first heat, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, well, you got away to a flyer, didn't you?
Yeah, I got that one like straight as a siren when it was like the first wave that came through, and that ended up being my highest score, so yeah, it was really handy.
Well, it's great for local talent to be able to take on and compete against some of the world's best. It's a great opportunity, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. Like all the best surfers from Australia and international come to our home break, and we all get a shot to see how we go against them. And yeah, it's a really good opportunity. There's sponsors watching, and yeah, it's just a good opportunity to do well.
At the Association of Surfing Professionals Star Series, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Australia's best country cricketers were in and around Geelong over the past fortnight for the annual Australian Country Cricket Championships. The showpiece of a country cricket finished yesterday with New South Wales taking out its first title since 2007-2008. An exhibition match between the ACA Masters, including former greats such as Greg Matthews, Graham Yallop and Jimmy Marr, and the Australian Country 11 in Torquay was the feature of the carnival. The economy and visitor numbers in and around Geelong was boosted by competing states Western Australia, Queensland, New South Wales, ACT, Victoria, South Australia, the Northern Territory, and this year's flamboyant East Asia Pacific. The Geelong Baseball Centre in Warren Ponds is playing host to Australia's best junior baseball talent for this year's under 16 and 18 national championships. The tournament includes 8 teams in both age groups and concludes on the 18th of January. Ian Nichols was at last week's opening ceremony at the Italian Club in Moolap.
This is Club Italia at Moolap. It's the scene of the opening ceremony for the under 16 and under 18 Australian Baseball Championships. And behind me you can see lots of, 400 in fact, baseballers who are going to be here for about 12 days, showing us what they can do out at the Warren Ponds facility. And we're lucky enough to be talking with the Chief Executive Officer of Australian Baseball, Brett Pickett.
We regularly use the Geelong region as a host for some of our national championships because it's got one of the premier baseball facilities in the country, and it's one of the few facilities at this stage can host this national championships.
Well, we've got the under 16s and the under 18s here, and that means hundreds of visiting baseballers.
Yeah, we've got 16 teams here, 8 under-16s and 8 under-18, so there's close to 400 players and staff here for a 2-week period.
And we would have to imagine it is a growing sport in Australia, particularly with the television coverage we now get from the US.
Yeah, very much growing. With the launch of the Australian Baseball League 2 years ago, the sports are, starting to grow in this country significantly. We're not about to knock AFL off its perch, of course, but we have close to 40,000 members playing this sport in this country, and 400 of our brightest and best are here today to showcase our sport.
Yes, this is the opening ceremony, and by golly, it looks like it's going to be quite an event.
Yeah, again, they're here for 2 weeks, 12 days. We play 96 games over the course of the next 12 days, and at the end of it, crown an under-16 national championship and an under-18 national champion. So the kids have been working for 6 months. Very, very excited to be here, and looking forward to proving who's the best national team at the moment.
We see some great momentum here in Australia. We've been able to develop through grassroots all the way through the pathway to the academy, where we've joined a joint venture with the Australian Baseball Federation and the Australian Sports Commission with the Australian Academy. And from that, we've signed 163 professional Australian athletes out of that program. So it's really a remarkable country with only 22 million, and yet still be producing those types of numbers. It's quite remarkable. We're excited about being involved here in Australia.
Well, I'm sure the momentum is growing. We heard earlier that 29 had made it to the big time, and as a result of their success, and they're here tonight to motivate the youngsters, we're probably likely to see more of them making that trip across to the States.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know what it is about the Australian and the sporting fabric that it has. It seems to continue to punch above its weight. And having 9 in the major leagues just this past season illustrates that, I think, that work ethic that Australia has, the talent. Yes, we're a secondary sport here in Australia, but look at the results, and it's very exciting times for us, and in particular now that we've got the Australian Baseball League, the national competition, back up and running.
At the opening ceremony of the Australian Under-16 and Under-18 Baseball Championships in Geelong, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thanks, Nico. And that's all we have for sport this week. But for now, it's back to you, Rollo.
And now for all the holiday makers, the all-important weather for Geelong and the Surf Coast over the next 6 days. Tomorrow, Saturday, will continue with the partly cloudy conditions, isolated showers until the afternoon with a top of 21. Sunday will see the chance of showers on the Surf Coast during the morning, clearing to a mostly sunny afternoon and an expected top of 26. To start off another new week in January, Monday we can expect sunny conditions with northerly winds, so watch the UV alerts with a hot top of 30 degrees. Tuesday will continue to be sunny, again with those northerly winds and a top of 32. Wednesday will see cloudy conditions develop with isolated showers and a sultry top temperature of 28. While Thursday will see cloudy conditions continue with a chance of a shower and an expected top of 24. Today we experienced a partly cloudy day after some isolated showers this morning and finished with a top of 22. And that's the weather outlook for Geelong and the Surf Coast. Thank you for joining us on News Geelong this evening. Have a very pleasant evening, a safe and enjoyable weekend, and a very good night.